Hey sis, hey sis, hey. This is Violin. Welcome to 31 live days of December. This is day 14, December 14th, 2021. We are making our way through the month of December. So hopefully you have had a blessed Tuesday here. We are in Richmond right now. It's kind of cold today. We had a pretty good day here in Richmond. So I'm hoping you had a great day as well. For those who don't know me, my name is Myelin Harris, and I am the founder of Womb Women Own Minority Businesses. And this is my 31-day trek through Facebook Live for my own motivation, and maybe just to motivate one other person to say, okay, Facebook Live is not that scary. So for 31 days, I am coming to you live to talk about different things about myself, about my business, about just whatever we can chat about, all the things that I am passionate about. And of course, anything that y'all want to talk about. So again, we are, this is December 14th. So we are 11 days. I guess we're at the end of the day. So a little more than 11 days away from Christmas and 12 days away from Kwanzaa, because I celebrate Kwanzaa. And then how many days away are we from New Year's and New Year's Eve? And then, well, I'll be done doing 31 days, but then we're getting into Three Kings Day in January. I believe in celebrating all the holidays. I think is Hanukkah done? I know we were in Hanukkah not too long ago. Thank you, sis. Thank you, Queen. I know we were in Hanukkah not too long ago, so I don't know. Winter solstice, all that. I'm celebrating everything. I'm celebrating everything. Why? Because it's been a rough year. In fact, it's been a rough 2 years. So why not celebrate? Why not just not take every opportunity to celebrate? I had a great time out and about with my mom today. So we're taking every opportunity we have to celebrate. I also want to give a quick shout out. Welcome to our new tribe members. Like I said, I told you guys a couple of days ago, I was in Greensboro for the weekend for the inaugural Black Emo Ball and Awards. I'm saying inaugural because it's going to be annual next year, and it's just going to keep growing. So shout out to Nina Martin and her husband, Dwayne, I think I said it right, or is it Donald? Oh my goodness, I'm not sure. I gotta ask. Who hosted this amazing event this weekend? All these seriously incredible entrepreneurs. If you're in the Greensboro, if you're in North Carolina, period, come on, be prepared for next year, because you do not want to miss this event. And they have something coming up in June, going to Vegas in July. Look, I have found the right group of entrepreneurs down in Greensboro. But shout out to, we met some really incredible sisters from the Raleigh area, and then Nina herself coming over to the tribe. We're getting ready to announce some things that we're going to be doing in collaboration. Y'all know how I feel about collaborations that we're going to be doing in 2022. So of course, January 2nd, y'all get ready. January 2nd, I'm going to keep saying January 2nd, because we are going to be announcing so many things on Sunday, January 2nd. I'll even have a banner for January 2nd. Y'all, hold on. I'm slacking on all of these tools I can use on StreamYard, right? So did I do it right? Let's see. Boom, January 2nd. All right, so January 2nd, y'all mark that day. That's when it is a Sunday. We are just, coming out of the new year, and you'll be getting ready to go back to work. But we'll be making all kinds of announcements about things that are coming up in 2022 for this amazing organization. So don't forget that. All right. So because of this weekend, I'm still really floating on this weekend. I was just so inspired by the entrepreneurs I met this weekend. And of course, every day, just so inspired by the individuals that come into our network If you are not familiar with our network, we have a really great Facebook group called the Womb Network. In fact, I'm talking live to the network right now. Hey, y'all. So if you're not a member of the network, make sure you jump in and join us in the network. We have some really great stuff coming for them as well in 2022. And of course, we have our tribe, which is our membership for the organization. Of course, our ticker is going to go down there to learn a little bit more about the tribe. But we have such incredible women, and this weekend I had so many conversations about being a woman of color, being a Black woman as an entrepreneur, and the obstacles that we face, and how we are able to carry on despite all of those obstacles. And it's interesting because the conversations that we're starting to have, and the more and more I talk about this, and the more I'm exposed to the quality of business owner that's out there that these sisters are becoming, the more I want to be able to do to support, right? And so we were talking this weekend about just really, you don't know what you don't know, and just being exposed to new things, being exposed to new levels, and that's when you start to realize, wait a second, I could be doing this, or I could be, I could be at this level, I could be doing this for my family. And so I really, what I love about what we're going to be doing in Womb, and what we've done already, and what what we'll be doing even at a greater level in the coming years, is just really putting these amazing women in the forefront. Like, y'all need to know who these sisters are. You need to know the industries that they're in. You need to know, what are some of the possibilities. I had and I'm excited also this year. I'll be going back to a local school, high school, middle school, high school, and working with kids on entrepreneurship. And the conversation I had with them is like, we have these industries that we tend to go into in our community, and that's great because they're the foundation for a lot of what we do. But there's so many other industries that we can break into that we haven't even broken into yet, and that's where the money is. Like, y'all 2021, where the money resides, right? Look, the money is residing in these places where they don't expect us to be. I met a sister this weekend. I don't remember her first name, but she gave me a pen, and she took over her father's car hauling business. So if you're in Greensboro and you know who I'm talking about, I think the name of her business is literally called Bob's Daughters Car Hauling LLC, right? And so, and we had a very brief conversation. She came up to me after I received the award, and I was just, my first thought was, you're in car hauling. Like, how many women do you know that owns a car hauling business? That's extraordinary. How many sisters do you know who are owning, trucking companies? I've known several of them now. How many of us do you know who are in construction? Shout out to Najita Bay, who is building her construction consulting company, a woman, right? How many do you know in transportation? There's so many industries that they don't expect us to be in. Right. We definitely have the ones they know we're good at, right? But there's so many that they don't expect us to be in. That is really where there's so much growth. Any industries that have to do with STEM, anything that has to do with technology, they don't expect us to be there. Shout out to Farida Shahid. I mean, she's just a prime example of a woman of color, a Black woman who has just completely demolished this industry. She is in cybersecurity, and she focuses on cybersecurity for children. But she's gone into this cybersecurity industry, and nobody is expecting this little tiny, pretty brown, 25, 20, I think she's 25, 24, 25-year-old to be just knocking everybody out of the water. She's absolutely incredible. She's been on the Forbes list. Like, she's just doing all these amazing things. And so, that's you don't know what else you can do until you start to see other people doing it. And sometimes, and this is what's extraordinary as well, sometimes these sisters are super quiet about what they're doing. They're not necessarily the social media folks. They're not necessarily the folks who are going to be on TikTok and Clubhouse. They're just quietly handling business. And I'm always looking for those sisters because the stories are so extraordinary to how they ended up where they are, and what the opportunities are for other women in those same industries. And so every time I get a chance to meet someone like that, I really want to make sure that I can say, hey, I have a platform for you to talk about what you're doing so other women can see what you are doing. Other women can hear about the success that you are having in an industry that people don't expect to find Black and brown women, period. And so what I love is just having the opportunity to provide that exposure, and that is something I'm so very passionate about. And so as 2022 progresses, I have something pretty cool coming up that will really focus on bringing those sisters to the spotlight. And it might be you, right? And you might even be in an industry that they do expect us to be in, but not necessarily expecting us to lead in, right? So they might expect us to be, hairstylists and makeup artists, but they might not expect you to be a makeup artist for science fiction movies, right? Or they might not expect you to be an avant-garde stylist. There's so many different things. And so I go back very quick to the conversation I had with these students last month. I'll be joining again in January. And we had a conversation about, some of these industries that they do expect that we are in, that we have a great foothold in, and that we've had a lot of success in. But what are some other possible opportunities for business around those industries? And so we had about 3 or 4 examples. And then the kids started just, really just thinking of different ideas on what other things can happen there. And so I use industries that I know they would be familiar with, high school kids, right? And so one example was an athlete, right? No, let's go back because they had a better one. The first one, the one we did together, was a rapper, right? A musician. So, kids in high school, middle school, they see all the success on TikTok and, YouTube, and, they have their favorite rappers, their favorite singers. And so they understand that industry. They understand that, there's potential there. And I said, that's true. It's absolutely true. I would never tell them, hey, no, don't be a rapper, don't be a singer. But what else is there? What else is there in that industry? Who else is supporting those people that we see in the front? And so we started just brainstorming other business opportunities that are present around our rappers, our musicians. And they came up with, of course, makeup artists, stylists, the producer, the writer of the music. I told them, y'all know they're not all writing their music, right? And I said, okay, come on, let's dig deeper. What else? What are some other business opportunities around rappers and musicians? And one kid said, the guy who's filming. I said, the videographer. Absolutely. I know some amazing videographers. Everybody needs someone to capture the video. They're not taking selfies, right? The videographer. And then they said the agent. I was like, absolutely. Someone said the attorney. I said, absolutely. The accountant. I said, they all need all of these things to make this one person, show up. The editor, not just the videographer, but the editor. So those are all businesses. So you can be in the music. My message was, you can be in the music industry and not be a singer. You can be in the music industry and not be a rapper. You can be the person that writes the music. You can be the person that styles them. You can be the person that creates the set. You can be the person that negotiates their contracts. Those are business opportunities that they don't expect us to see. They expect us to be the rapper and the singer, right? And so we also came up, we did athlete, we did model, we did chef. There was one other one I can't remember, but we we did the exact same thing to all of those more visible business opportunities, and what else we could do. And so I charge people with the idea, when, especially when we're talking to startups and people who have ideas, don't, if you have an idea of what you want to do, let's extend it. How can we make that, more than what it is? Maya, I want to sell candles. That's great. Nobody wants to buy your candle. Nobody wants to buy your why why nobody wants to buy your candle? Because you can get candles anywhere. What are they going to buy? They're going to buy the experience that is created, and the candle just happens to be the product, right? And so we talk about Bath and Body Works and how everybody goes crazy once a year for this big sale or whatever. The Bath and Body Works candles, they smell great. That's awesome. That's not why they sell. It's the experience that they create with this event. That's why it sells, not the candles. Otherwise, if it was just about the candle in the sale, they could do it any time of year. They've created this madness around these candles at this one event. It's the experience that is selling, right? And so if I'm buying a candle from you, I want to, what experience are you going to create for me that's going to make you stand out from me just going up to Walgreens and buying a candle, me ordering a candle off of Amazon. So when we're looking at these ideas, that's what makes us so unique. You have to remember, as people of color, we have always had to get creative. we are an extremely creative people, so much so that the world literally follows our trends. We are the originators when it comes to so many different things in the world, whether it's music and fashion, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we dress. We are natural creators. And so that is what we have to make sure that we are tapping into as entrepreneurs. We're not just selling this one thing. You sell t-shirts, great. I can buy t-shirts on Amazon. Why am I going to get it from you? What's the system? Message in a bottle? The t-shirt company that's the message in the bottle or mess in the bottle. It's an experience. They've created an experience around purchasing that shirt. That's why they grew so quickly. And so, I'm meeting these entrepreneurs, and I'm recognizing that we have to tap into the power as Black entrepreneurs, as brown entrepreneurs. We have to tap into what makes us so great in the first place. We're a social. Why did so many Black businesses and brown businesses excel in the pandemic? Because we're naturally socially connected. So the pandemic allowed us to tap in to that resource and build from there. It did. That's why so many businesses started during the pandemic, because everybody was like, oh, wait a second. Okay, now I'm home. I got to make some extra money. What can I do? Boop, 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 boop. And people were coming up with these businesses. And so we are, this year, we are really going to be highlighting the Black and brown entrepreneurs, particularly women, but the Black and brown entrepreneurs that are just doing things in a way that people aren't expecting them to, and they're finding success with that. And so January 2nd, you got to be around for the announcements about, everything coming up for 2022 and what the platform is going to be doing. We have so many really cool things coming. We're in the end of the year mode where we're just starting to, ramp up for next year and getting all of our back office stuff cleaned up and making sure our members are, all in the right place before we bring in the next wave of members. And it is going to be a wave in 2022 with these regional circles where you're able to get to an event in your city. It's going to be a wave. I'm already excited. In fact, I'm about to be meeting with some potential circle leaders in about 40 minutes. And I'm looking forward to announcing where our first group of regional circles will be. We'll be literally every month adding different locations. And so, for the month of January and going into February, we'll have our first group of locations that we're announcing. And they're excited. I'm excited. We cannot wait to just go into these communities and make a difference in these communities, make a difference in these entrepreneurs' lives, help them find each other and come together and build together. Just like I said, we have a great collaboration with Black E-Malls. We are two businesses who have come together and we're looking at ways to help each other build. That is what we're teaching. That is what WOOM is all about. We're a networking organization that helps you use your connections to grow your business. Very simple. And so we are ready for 2022. We have, just a couple of weeks left to close out 2021 strong. 2021 is not gone. So go ahead and stay focused on 2021 and close it the right way and get into 2022 ready to roll into this new year. So I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. I kind of like 6. I think I'm probably going to end up, later on, when I get to my regular schedule. It's probably going to be at 12 o'clock though, but I do like 6. But I like the 12 o'clock lunch and learns. We'll see. But in the meantime, I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. And as usual, there is nothing more powerful than the counsel of women. So grab your sisters, get out there and go get this ish done so that we can grow together. Be blessed and be a blessing. And I will see y'all tomorrow. All right. Bye.